DDT, a band out of Memphis.
Dickerson, too.
Two Dickersons and a Taylor. We're coming to you live from the Austin Convention Center. I'm Art Fein. This is Art Fein's Texas Poker Party. Coming to you live on March 18th. If you're home watching this, it's free. It's part of the South by Southwest Convention, but it's not a pay gig. So the doors are open. Come on down. We've got several bands coming up. Leroy Brothers a little later, the Naughty Ones, and somebody else I got to look up in a minute. We're going to interview DDT in a second. First, let's say hi to my LA cohorts. Maybe if you've seen the TV show, you've seen these guys before. On the far left, we've got Todd Everett. Todd, nice to see you here.
It's nice to be in Texas.
You're supposed to be a panelist at one of these South by Southwest conferences, aren't you?
I flew down here at great personal expense in terms of time and money to be on a panel that was just canceled about 5 minutes ago.
Uh-huh. So all those Todd Everett fans, they're just going to have to be content with seeing you on TV.
They're going to have to come up and shake my hands in the hallways like everybody else.
Yeah. Well, it's great to go where you wanted. And there aren't many places, many places like that. Yeah. So good to see you, Todd. Next to him, we got Dick Blackburn.
Hi, I had the same thing happen to me. It happened to you today. Yesterday.
What's that?
Some guy in Antone's asked me who I was, too.
What do you mean?
Well, there's a guy, didn't you tell me somebody in Antone's asked you who you were?
Yeah.
So somebody asked me who I was in Antone's, and they asked me who I was.
But they asked you who you were, like, what are you doing in the store? Or?
No, not what I was doing in the store. What I looked like a crook? I was just like a customer.
But they said you look familiar, and I can't quite place you.
Yeah,
Is that what it was?
You? Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah, because they get the show here, so.
So those people who
we're all sort of like vaguely familiar. We're in people's consciousness here, but they can't really put a name to it. You know, it's like sort of disturbing.
Aside from being on the TV show, which is a nebulous kind of fame, what else are you? I mean, you're a screenwriter, right?
Screenwriter.
Of course, it's not really on any productions we can see, is it? Your name, I mean.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, what's that?
Oh, wait a minute. No, they took the name off, but the production's on. But I still get the checks.
Why did they take your name off the production?
Because they didn't take it off exactly. It's like a created by thing, and they don't put the thing on.
So what is this opus?
It's a thing called Beekman. It's like a kid. Beekman. It's a syndicated kids show, like a Fractured Mr. Wizard type of shot that's on Saturdays in the morning for kids and stuff. So I helped create the show. That's all.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And also don't forget your famous cameo and writing and directing credit in Eating Raoul, which was some time ago.
But don't forget Lamora.
Lamora,
one of the great cult horror movies.
I don't know if we've covered that, but those of you who know your old horror movies, Dick, wrote, directed, and starred in?
Co-wrote, directed, and appeared in. Did a little mini Orson
Lamora, the lady,
shot, low-rent Orson shot for that one.
Lamora, the Lady Dracula.
Or Lamora, Child's Tale Supernatural, depending upon which print you see.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Well, regardless of that, when people see you on the street, that's probably what they know you for.
Right. Yeah, I guess so.
Right.
That's good.
Okay, but you're here in Austin to do the barbecue panel. That sounds like a pretty vital part of any music conference.
Right. Well, people got to eat, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's right. So, and barbecue is like a big deal down here.
Yeah.
And
well, where did you go to? Did you go to Taylor, Texas today, by the way?
I didn't get to Taylor. I went to Elgin.
Uh-huh. But you already been to Elgin. You just going back?
No, I went back to try another place.
Uh-huh.
I'm real serious about this.
And how was it?
I don't take this lightly at all.
And how was it?
It was good. It was real good. It was Southside Market.
So what about the that's not the Elgin Market. It's a different place.
No, the Southside Market is in Elgin.
I see.
Okay? So I went there, and I went to the City Cafe.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear
I have to have 2 lunches when I make these trips. I mean, you know, they take like about a half an hour.
After you leave the Austin area, after these meat foraging trips, do you have to lose weight when you get back to LA?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, all right.
Yes, I do. But I'm also here for the record meet.
Well, that's right. You're a record nerd, too.
Record
concurrent with the South by Southwest Convention is the
Paul tells me he's coming to it.
National
Are you going to come to the record meet?
You want me to get to Paul? Yeah, I'm coming to the meet.
Okay, well.
We're talking around, Paul. We're not talking to Paul.
Come on, we've only got 3 hours.
Wait,
I'm trying to fill 3 hours.
Big deal, you know.
Hey, man.
No.
You know, it's gonna, don't worry about filling 3 hours. It's going to be a breeze, man. It's going to go like that.
Yeah,
don't
okay.
worry about it.
Got Paul Bodie. Paul, welcome to the show.
It's great to be here.
Now, you're not on no panels.
I'm not on any panels. I just got here. By the grace of God. You know, I'm just here.
Well,
nobody wanted me, but I came anyway.
It's good to see you.
You know,
makes me comfortable.
But you know, if we do run out of time, I do have a poem.
A poem?
So
we'll pick
I
it
have
up
a couple of things I memorized. So if you really get real starving for time, I could do it.
All right. Well,
I hope it's that By the Shores of Gitche Gumi one. That's one of my favorites.
Hiawatha, that would be good.
No, I wrote a poem about Ice Cube.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's talk a little to DDT right now. They were kind enough to open the show with a song. Furthest over on the left over here, we got Luther Dickerson. Is that correct, sir? Would you talk into the mic, Luth? Luth, would you talk into the mic? You got.
Answer the mic.
Yeah, just speak in the mic.
Yeah, I'm Luther.
Okay, Luther, I know you're down here in Austin with your band DDT, which is Dickerson, and Taylor. And you guys play around Memphis mostly, or do you tour outside of there?
Oh, no, we've been to Nashville and Tupelo and Little Rock and Austin 3 times.
Is that right?
We're working on it.
Well, you're playing here tonight on this show. Are you playing anywhere else in Austin this run?
Yeah, we're playing tonight at Rant at 10 o'clock.
Oh, cool.
And we're playing tomorrow. We're going to sit in with my dad at Chance's at 11 o'clock.
So you're going to sit in with your pop, Jim Dickerson, Friday night at Chance's. Okay. Of course, you grew up in a musical household. One of my common questions to musicians is, what's the first record you bought? I imagine they were all handed down to you, but can you remember, was there any one record you bought for yourself that was the first big, maybe a deviation from what you were getting at home?
6-pack, my Black Flag. Still got it.
Okay, thanks, Luther. We got Paul Taylor here on bass. Paul,
What's going on?
you're a fellow Memphian?
Yeah, I am born and bred there.
And how long you guys had the band together?
About coming up on 3 years.
Is that right? And now you're probably pretty old by now then, right?
Working on it.
How old are you guys?
I'm 19.
Uh-huh.
Cody's 16.
Yeah?
I'll be 20.
Well, you only got a little time left, so I hope you make it, because you're almost out of your teens. And, let me talk to Jody on drums. Jody Dick. Cody, sorry, I knew that too. I'm sorry. Cody, welcome to the show. Same question I asked your brother. Did you buy any particular record? The first one that really meant something to you personally?
I listen to my brothers.
Just listen to your brother's records? Okay. All right, so you guys will be playing tonight at 10 p.m. Let's get some more music out of you right now. Would that be okay?
Sure.
All right.
So let's dream in the night time.
bring up Jim, the father of two of these fellows. Jim, come on up. It's DDT. We're doing Art Fein's poker party. We're doing it live from the Austin Convention Center on Thursday as part of the South by Southwest convention, music convention. Feel free to come on down. It's a freebie. We're going to bring up Jim, the father of two of these fellows, Jim Dickerson. By the way, Paul Taylor, let me ask you one more question up by the mic. I forgot to ask you what your first record was.
Actually, it was Money Jungle, Duke Ellington, Charles Mingus.
What?
Great album.
That's not what I expected.
Was that because of Mingus or?
Yeah, it was because of Mingus.
Okay, let's take it back to the panel. Here comes Jim Dickerson. Jim, come on up. It's good to see you, man.
Be seen.
Just come on behind me and mic yourself up. So I see you're bringing the whole talented family with you. Is this the entire family? The two sons?
Yeah.
The entire progeny?
Yeah, that's it. With my wife, of course.
Yeah, well, I know. Jim Dickerson, world famous record producer and star extraordinaire. Ne'er-do-well. Also, well, certainly out of the Memphis area. You don't live in Memphis, though. You live across the river?
No, down south. It's the same side of the river, Hernando, Mississippi.
Oh, I see.
Arkansas is across the river. You remember Arkansas?
Yeah, I remember Arkansas.
Chicken pluckers and all of that.
So, what have you been doing lately? I've heard about
I've been doing it out. That's what I've been doing, but I'm not complaining.
Well, you've been producing records over the years, and of course, unfortunately, a lot of your best records are cult favorites, known by a select bunch of people who really like what you do. Of course, now that who's putting out the second and third big star album you produced?
Oh, just the third, actually. I didn't do the second yet.
Sorry.
I did the good one.
That's been recently reissued on CD, so you're probably seeing a big avalanche of royalties coming in right now. Is that right?
Never seen a penny, not the first penny from Big
Well,
Star.
wait a second, not the first penny. How do you get into these deals? I don't understand. I mean,
I'm just
we got a lot
lucky
of
that way.
We got a lot of people here who are starting in the record business now. They're going to follow your example.
They can stand in line to get the deals where they don't get paid either. That's one of the rich opportunities that our industry holds in store.
Now you
It's
made
the opportunity to not be paid, for which you have to compete. You can't just be anybody.
now you didn't start out as a producer. You were a performer at first.
No
right?
one starts as a producer. I can't imagine anybody starting as a producer.
You were a Sun artist, weren't you?
Yeah, I got it.
Latter-day Sun records.
Mid-60s, yeah.
When they moved off of Union Street.
Yeah.
What was that band?
That was the Jesters. It was Sam Phillips' son's band, and I played piano on and sang on one of the records.
Cadillac Man?
Cadillac Man, yeah. Sam hated the singer for the group. He hated his voice, and I kind of got roped into doing this, what I thought was a demo session, and it turned into, of course, this record I'm very proud of.
It's a great record.
Thanks. Yeah, it was my third record. And I was under contract to Bill Justice at the time, and I told Sam that. Sam said, "Boy, we're going to put this record out. You got to cast your lot," he told me. I said, "Sam, I'm afraid my lot is already cast." He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, I'm under contract to Bill Justice." He said, "Oh, hell, man, Bill won't care." And sure enough, Bill didn't care. But yeah, that's a good record. I like that.
So you're kind of like Jimmy Reed. You'd record for anybody.
Whoever pays me the little bit that it takes.
How did you move into producing?
I was doing a record in Nashville with Bill Justice, and I was singing. It was like a very professional record. I had no place being there, really. The Jordanaires and the Nita Kerr singers were on it, and Bill Purcell and all, really the Nashville cats, Bob Moore. And in the middle, it was like straight union sessions and very tight, and in the middle of like the second day of recording, here this big fat redneck came busting in through the doors, talking real fast, and I thought, boy, are they going to throw this guy out? But no, the session stops. So I said to this friend of mine who got me on the date, I said, "Who is this guy?" He says, "Oh, that's Shelby Singleton. He's the producer." And I thought, well, this guy hadn't been here for 2 days. I know I could do that. That was, from then on, I knew what I wanted to do with my life.
Now, what year would that have been, approximately?
Oh, 1963.
Oh, way early.
Yeah.
Because I have your James Luther Dickinson album on the cover where you're kind of standing very statuesquely.
The Atlantic record, yeah.
And that...
that was later.
Was there any chemical intake or anything during the course?
Certainly not.
Oh, okay.
When do you mean? During what specific period?
I don't know. I just heard rumors.
No, I've never heard that.
Was that album after your work with the Rolling Stones?
Yeah. I worked with the Stones in there.
And you worked on Wild Horses?
Yeah. played.
Well, and how did the Stones find out about you? Or
they came to Muscle Shoals, and I was there.
I see. Was that?
No, actually, it was Stanley Booth, the rock writer, that got me into that. They were looking for a place to record vicariously, and I'm afraid I suggested Muscle Shoals, where no one even knew who they were. They came up to the third day. They were there staying in the Holiday Inn. Nobody had any idea who they were. And the third day, we were sitting there having breakfast, and this waitress came up to Bill Wyman and said, "Are you in a group?" And he said, "Yes, we're Martha and the Vandellas." Muscle Shoals, man, it was the biggest airplane that had ever landed at Muscle Shoals Airport, and 3 people got off because they wouldn't travel together, of course. Yeah, that was fun.
But you there for the duration of one song?
No, it was 3 days. They cut Brown Sugar, and You Got to Move, and Wild Horses. And Wild Horses, their piano player was Ian Stewart, their road manager. And I didn't find this out for years, but he had an aversion to playing minor chords. He was like a boogie woogie player, and he really thought minor chords were, I don't know, offensive or faggoty or something. And of course, Wild Horses begins with this big B minor chord, and he wouldn't even touch it. He just got up and started packing the equipment. And Jagger says, "Well, I guess we need a piano player," and I'm going. I was sitting back there by the old tack piano in the corner because that's where they had the dope stashed, and I figured that sooner or later somebody would notice me. Yeah.
So that, of course, catapulted you into what?
To absolutely nothing. Well, I went from that to the Dixie Flyers, but I already had the job.
And Dixie Flyers was a backup.
The Atlantic Rhythm section, yeah. Experimental, they called us.
Well, was it around
Did you do the album with Cher? Is that Dixie Flyers?
No,
the Jackson Highway album?
Yeah, no, not
that was Muscle Shoals?
That was before our day. That was the Swampers.
So who did Dixie Flyers do? I remember a bunch of Atlantic things, but they were recording about 3 places.
We were in Miami. We resurrected Aretha Franklin.
Dee Dee Warwick, were you on?
Yeah, we did the Dee Dee Warwick.
Mind?
Sure did.
Wow.
Sure did. Little Esther Phillips, Carmen McRae. We did some fabulous artists and some real crap too. Eric Quincy Tate. There's one for your collectors. I bet they will have that one.
Huh.
Anything you would consider real crap by well-known artists?
Well, our Brooke Benton album is not the best. Brooke had just had Rainy Night in Georgia, and of course it never crossed his mind that he was ever going to have a hit record again. It was like a gift from God. He was so happy he didn't care what he did. He just stood in the middle of the floor and sang. It was great.
And Brooke is a great artist. I mean, it's just that those
it's a terrible record. It wasn't his fault.
Yeah. So what label did it come out on?
It was on Atlantic.
Yeah. What's the album?
I think it's just Brooke Benton. I don't think it has home style. Excuse me, home style. It was pretty homey.
So then, what about other production credits? That's early '70s, and then hooking up with Big Star, which I say is keeps your name forever eternal in record collectors.
I had done local group production in the late '60s, and I'd quit doing that to get into playing rhythm section stuff. So getting back to doing groups was was like a second batch of production. And I had, the guitar player from the Dixie Flyers, Charlie Freeman, God rest his soul, died here in Austin 20 years ago, and kind of put a crimp in that activity. And it was the same month that Luther, my oldest boy, was born. So I just kind of sat around for a while, and thought about mortality. And Alex came along, and I'd known Alex Chilton since he was a little 12-year-old kid following after Bill Eggleston, yeah.
Was he a little Doug Sum kind of guy? Did he record?
No, he was like, his mother ran an art gallery, and he was like an art brat. I remember seeing him run around barefooted, taking mescaline when he was about that tall, and with his eyes just doing that. In Wind in the Willows, when Mr. Toad sees the motor car, that's the way Alex did for a long time. And he had been real frustrated by the Box Tops experience, which I thought those were great records.
Yes,
yeah.
Sure.
But Alex won't be in the room with him, and we had talked about that. Yeah. So when he got to the point where he had really seized control of Big Star, he brought me in to produce. And John Fry, who had been my old partner in Ardent, who owned Ardent, and we had produced record together in the 60s, he produced the first 2 Big Star records, uncredited. And he engineered my record. And it ended his career as an engineer.
When you say Alex would talk to the Box Tops, do you mean the alleged group or the musicians
he
who
wouldn't
played
talk
the
about
sessions?
the records themselves.
You say alleged group, you mean the Box Tops weren't really a group, it was just Alex?
No, they played on the first record. They played on the letter and the whole first album, but then From then on, it was the American Rhythm section. And
Oh, so it wasn't the American Rhythm section on
not
the
on the
first
letter,
couple
no,
records? Really?
not on the letter. Cry Like a Baby is the American Rhythm section.
Okay.
Reggie Young.
Yeah.
Well, so were you
Reggie with the sitar
Yeah.
thing.
Reggie,
Reggie
Young.
Young.
Reginald Van Gleason? Who
No,
are we
Reggie
talking
Young.
Reggie
It's
Young.
Presley.
Young, okay.
Of Bill Black's combo.
You know, we've
certainly
only said
remember that.
Alex through this
Yeah.
through
That's
this
where he
whole
started.
esoteric discussion. We've only said Alex. I don't
This
think
is for
Yeah, this
only
is Austin.
really
This is the
innocent-
real
this is
music
Austin. We only
USA.
say
You
Chilton,
know all
I
this
suppose
stuff.
not. Yeah. And what about the
you know, it's amazing, that record, everywhere, like I've toured Europe twice with Ry Cooder, and anywhere people knew enough to talk to me as an individual, they asked me about that record. And really, until this last release, it had never been officially released. It had been basically bootlegged a couple of times. And but I mean, you know, they say that about the the Velvet Underground's first record, that everybody who bought the record formed a group.
Yeah.
I know that's true of Big Star Third because I produced half of them. Thank God.
Oh, and you've gotten paid on some of those.
Every now and then. Every now and then.
But what about, no, did you have a connection with the Cramps, or were you just friends with them when they showed up?
Well, I did what I guess you would call now pre-production with the Cramps with Alex on their first record. And it would actually, that whole record was cut once at Sam Phillips' studio and then recut at Ardent. And the first version of it is the one I participated in. I still prefer it, of course.
Of course.
Someone told them it was distorted, as if that mattered.
Yeah.
So they recut it.
Ooh, a distorted rock and roll record.
Brian Gregory distorted. Can you imagine that?
Do you have any idea where Brian Gregory is right now?
Actually, somebody told me not that long ago. He had a couple of more groups, a group called Beast. I hadn't seen him. The last time I saw him, he had just had his teeth filed to points. Sensitive individual, Brian Gregory. But see, I think that's the only real Cramps album, because the Cramps without Brian Gregory is not the Cramps.
Yeah, well, that's what you
He
said.
didn't have a clue to what he was doing. He was literally jamming his hand
Wait a
on the
second.
neck of the guitar.
They've had several players like that since then.
Not in the same, you know, that Brian had. One night when I don't know if you've heard the record I did with them, A Redheaded Woman, where they backed me up, and they had never played a song.
I'm sorry, the Cramps backing up you?
Right, and they had never improvised before.
Wait, was that released on a label?
Oh yeah, it's on Ace, English Ace. It escaped.
No, I don't know
Just
that.
barely. It's on a compilation of Psycho Shockabilly, I think it's called. It's got-
Psychobilly or
Oh, yeah, I know
something like
that.
that.
Yeah.
It's got other bizarre singing wrestlers and midgets and freaks, and and me on there.
I didn't know
But
about
that we were locked in the studio that night and had nothing else to do, so we cut this record. And Brian Gregory had never improvised a solo. So he got to this point where there was supposed to be a solo, and he just started jamming notes and turning the switches on his guitar, that's what he was wont to do, After it was over, when we were playing back, he was rolling on the floor in hysteria, And I said, I was sort of worried about the boy. I said to Alex, think he's all right, Alex? Alex said, oh yeah, he's just happy. That's the best he ever played. May well have been.
Let me check with my temporary director for something, permanent director, Mr. Kent. Are we ready for music yet? Because we've been vamping.
Let's not do any music. Nah.
Do they have another song? We want to get you with a song
No,
too.
yeah, I'm going to do something.
What would you prefer? Would you prefer them to throw one out first before you? You want to do one with them right now?
You want to do another one? Or you want me to? Oh, they're getting a lot of you for nothing. They already had two of you. Let them have
All
some
right,
of me.
let's Jim Dickerson do
Now this I've decided. This is my message to South by Southwest.
Why don't you have them go ahead and do one more song?
Okay, to get it together.
Yeah, we got to get the
Okay,
audio
great.
level.
How
So-
could the audio have been bad? I can't imagine.
Yeah, with
that.
this professional setup.
Yeah,
By
really.
the way, just reminding you,
Who's
7th.
smoking, baby?
Why
Who's
don't we
smoking,
say
baby?
why don't we say goodnight for this portion to close it up and say take off a minute and say what a hell of a first half hour for Art Fein's Poker Party coming to you live from Austin. We'll see you soon. If you got any end credits, roll them, and then we'll pick up very shortly with the next show.
We should explain to the audience that we're actually cutting this down into several individual shows,
Yeah.
but doing it straight
So we're
through
at the
here
half-hour
tonight.
point. If they keep this show intact.
Yeah.